Hi, this is Eric Maust of Rock City Fitness, and tonight we're actually going to go over the last phase of training. So the sixth phase, what it's called is FAST, or Functional Athletic Strength Training. Now this honestly is my favorite phase of the workout program. It's the last one. It's the most difficult one. So it's in the, remember, the power training section. So the last workout was called power strength training. Now we're progressing to the FAST phase, or functional athletic strength training. So what I like about this is I'm really being aggressive with the workouts. I'm really kind of going for performance, intensity, and there's really not a lot of isolation exercises. Everything I'm doing is functional. So I'm doing body movements, whole body movements, total body exercises. And there's definitely a sports performance aspect to it, but really working hard, moving fast in the workout. What I'm doing is burning a lot of calories, a lot of energy. So I'm really working on that performance, or kind of the high end of my capabilities. So when I'm training, I'm taking a client through the series of workouts or through the different phases of training, or myself, as I am in this case, I'm really building myself up to kind of a culmination of where I get to this phase and I can really work hard. So here we go. Alright, so the first section of training, just like it's been this whole time, is the core exercises. Well, let me backtrack for a second. Remember, we start the workout with a corrective exercise, so I introduced that like 6 months ago. So we do a corrective exercise to get warmed up and kind of prepare my body for the workout. But then in the actual kind of workout, or the meat of the workout, we start with core training. What I'm going to do, working on abdominals and just in general the core muscles, we're going to do a cable rotation. So I'm going to set up with, the cable's on my left, my right leg's going to be forward. I'm going to hold the handle right in front of my chest, and I'm going to do a rotating motion. So the movement's being done at my waist, my torso, my hips, not my arms. Okay, obviously I have to hold on to the cable, but my arms are just following what my torso is doing. Okay, so this is real good as far as being a dynamic movement. Okay, so like I talked about last time with the power strength training, I'm not isolating as much. I'm working on more whole body movements and more dynamic type movements. Okay, next exercise, I'm going to use a kettlebell, one of the best things I can use for explosive total body type movements. What I'm doing is a single arm snatch. Okay, so it's based on using kind of the swinging motion, kind of the standard exercise that's done with a kettlebell, but I'm going all the way overhead. So it takes some explosiveness, but also takes body control, and so I'm making momentum and then controlling the momentum at the same time. So it's kind of based on a deadlift as well. So remember, this motion is the basis of a lot of exercises. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get down like that, I'm going to let this swing between my legs, and then I'm going to explosively kind of drive my hips up, and my torso is going to follow, and then my arm's going to snap up and go up overhead, okay? So it looks like this. So I control this at the top, and I'm basically going to flip it around and go right back down, just like this. So this is a real good whole body explosive motion. Lots going on with this. Legs, core, arm. It's a real good exercise. I'm going to do this on both arms. Next exercise, did 2 core exercises, the rotation plus the kettlebell swing or snatch. This one is lunge jumps on the box. So I'm going with my reactive exercise, being explosive. One of the principles of the FAST training is that I want to train multiple planes of motion. So with the cable, I rotated. The kettlebell, I'm going this direction. Okay, now I'm going to do something side to side. So that's all 3 planes of motion. Okay, so transverse, this is called sagittal, and then the side to side movement is called frontal plane. So that's what we're doing with the jump. So explosively, 1 foot up on the box, and I'm going to drive myself up, kind of dip down, drive myself up, and jump across and land on this leg on top of the box. So I'm going to go back and forth and do that explosively. So I'm really going to drive hard. Okay, I want this to be maximum effort. Okay, so the next part of the workout is the speed, agility, quickness section. So that's a big thing that characterizes my fast training, is that I want to do something that has, like, you know, definitely athletic performance related to it. So I'm going to use what's called a speed ladder or agility ladder. I could do, you know, sprints here. I could do the jump rope. I could do like hurdles. I could do set up cones and do agility drills. I really like to use a ladder. It's something I don't need necessarily that much space for. I can do a lot with it. It's really good in terms of working on my speed, my quickness, my agility, footwork, balance, coordination, you know, all kinds of cool stuff. And so I don't have to be an athlete to do this. I mean, it's great for athletes, but anyone that just wants to work on their quickness, their body awareness, and actually get a little bit of cardio in the middle of the workout, something to get their heart rate up, burn some calories. And that's the bottom line with my fast training. What I'm trying to do is burn a lot of energy and work at a high intensity. So I'm going to show you some different drills that I do with this. What I'll do with this in this workout is maybe for like 5 or 10 minutes, go through a series of different patterns. So the idea with using a speed ladder is we do this. Once we learn it, once you know how to do the exercise and do it properly, you do it as fast as possible. So just imagine that your foot is touching hot coals, and so you don't want to have like a long contact with the floor. You want to do it quick, you want to do it hard. And I don't want to make a lot of noise, so I want to have like soft footsteps when I do this as well. Okay, so here's the first exercise. So 1 foot in, quick. Okay, so I'm going to go hard, I'm going to walk back, and I'm going to do the other side. So the patterns get increasingly more complex. I'm going to run through the ladder, 1 foot in each opening. Heart rate's going to get up a little bit. Okay, 2 in each opening. Okay, I'm going to do 2 in each opening. I'm going to do it lateral, so like this. I'm going to do the other side. So I'm not going to show the whole thing, but I would go through it like this, sideways. Okay. What I'm going to do is running forward, pattern called 2 in, 2 out, looks like this. Okay, next 2 in, 2 out from the side, like this. So I got to remind myself as I go, I am going hard and fast. A little more complexity, 2 in, 1 out, going forward. So in and out, in and out. And I'm going to do it quick. Okay. Now, what I'm doing is a whole series, and I'm basically switching exercise every time I come down. I could say I'm just going to take like 3, 4, or 5 movements or patterns and just continue to repeat it. Do like a few sets of each one. Or what I'm choosing to do is I'm just changing every time I go down. Do a whole bunch of different stuff. It's optional how we do this. And also, like for tonight, I want to demonstrate all the different things I do as well. Alright, so now I'm going to do 1 in, 2 out. Crossover step, in, out, out. Okay? 1 in, 2 out. Alright, so now I'm going to do some hopping. There's more I could do, but that gives you a good example. So now I'm a little more dynamic, doing some hopping or jumping movements. Okay, I'm going to go side to side like this. Okay, I can do like a hopscotch pattern. So in, out. Okay, I can do some patterns that, instead of going forward, I can do sideways. Some of my favorites. So I'm going to hop up through the ladder and then back down. The other thing with the ladder is you want to be accurate. So mess the ladder up a little bit, not a big deal, but I want to go fast, but I want to do it the right way too. So watch where my feet go. Have good body awareness. Okay, this is one of my favorites. So the last one I'm going to show you. So what I'm going to do is a series of 90-degree turns down the ladder. Kind of focus on swiveling my hips. So watch how this goes. Alright, so now this is the centerpiece of the FAST program. I did my core, did my reactive training. I mean, it all kind of fits together, but this is kind of really what I'm concentrating on. What I'm doing is a circuit of 3 exercises typically, and I'll pick something that kind of challenges my cardiovascular system, such as a bike, treadmill, step mill, something like that. And then a couple strength exercises, and I'm going to do a fixed like length of time, or not fixed length of time, but like fixed distance for the cardio, fixed number of reps for the strength exercises, and I'm going to time it. I'm going to do 3 rounds of it. So what the point is I try to, each week or each day I do this workout, I try to beat my time. Okay, so I'm really being aggressive, going all out, and I know if I'm working hard or not each workout, if I can knock some seconds off my time. So what I'm doing with this workout is we're going to do the bike. Okay, right here I'm going to go a half a mile on the bike as fast as I can. Then I'm going to take the medicine ball, and I'm going to do medicine ball slams, which is this exercise. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do 20 reps of that, and then I'm going to do 40 push-ups. Okay, so just your standard push-up exercise. So I'm going to whip through those things. And if I have to take a break, like in other words, let's say I can't do 40 push-ups in a row, I'm going to knock out my 20 or 30 or whatever. And if I have to rest, I have to rest, but I get right back on it as soon as I can. And so the progression over time is I try to beat my time. Okay, so I'm going to kind of demo this. I'm going to demo like what it's like in terms of being aggressive with the workout. So I'm going to turn it on, quick start. I'm going to use level 10, and then I'm going to go. I'm going to go hard. Okay, so I'm going to track my distance, and I'm going to go for a half a mile, like I said. So this is a sprint. This isn't, you don't hold out anything for this. You just go as hard as you can until you get that half mile in. Okay, 20 medicine ball slams. 40 push-ups. Okay, so I got through my fast, or my kind of high intensity circuit part of the fast workout. So that's full out effort right in the middle of the workout. Okay, so now to kind of finish up the workout, I'm going to do more like traditional strength exercises. What I'm doing though this time, compared to some other workouts I've done, is I'm lifting much heavier weight and I'm doing less reps. So for the other workouts I was maybe doing in a range of like 8 to 15 reps or so. Like now what I'm doing is 5 sets of 5. So So with this functional athletic strength training workout, I want to get stronger too, so I want to work on my conditioning, I want to get more powerful, but I want to get stronger too, so I got to lift heavy weights when I do that. So what I'm going to choose to do for this workout is I'm going to do a one-arm row. So I'm going to grab the cable, back up. Alright, I'm going to get in a lunge position, so my weight's on my front leg, I'm going to have good posture, and I'm going to pull this one arm at a time, okay? I'm going to try to have minimal rotation with my body. I want to lock in my torso and just pull with my arm, using my back, not my bicep. My bicep will be involved, but I want to make it secondary to the fact that I'm pulling with my back. So muscles right through here. Okay, next exercise, bicep curl. Stand with good posture, knees bent a little bit, chest out, shoulders back, stomach in. I'm going to lift them up just like this, and I'm going to focus just on my biceps. Once again, I'm lifting some heavier dumbbells, so I just want to do 5 reps. I can do more. If I know I can easily do more than 5, I'm going to bump up the weight because I want to reach muscle failure right around 5 reps. So here's 5 reps. I can do more. I need to go up in weight. Okay, next exercise, triceps. I'm going to use the straps. I've used these before in the workout. I can make it a good strength exercise based on my body positioning. There's obviously a lot of balance and coordination involved in this. When I get my body down more, there's bearing more weight in my arms. This is a good strength movement. So what I'm going to do is fix my shoulders. Okay, so I'm going to stabilize my shoulders. Make sure my core is tight, so my abs are tight. I'm going to bend my elbows like this. And I'm going to drive back up. So definitely shaking. I'm definitely being challenged from this exercise. So I'm not lifting weights, I'm just using my body weight, but it's definitely challenging. Okay, last exercise, I'm going to do walking lunges. I'm actually very opinionated on walking lunges. Would not do these if you're untrained. Would not do these until you've gone through a lot of different progressions on lunges. Other lunges like that don't take as much balance and coordination and body awareness. I wouldn't do these until you have a good foundation as far as leg strength training. And then also having a good strong core. Okay, because when I do this properly, especially heavy weights and I'm doing low reps, I got to make sure I'm real good in my core, real strong in my legs, and you got to be careful of my knee especially. So I have to have good alignment of my ankle, knee, and hip when I do a lunge. Okay, so those are all things I'm thinking about when I do a walking lunge. So if I have myself, I'm confident I can do them properly. If I have a client that is untrained or doesn't have good stability in their joints and their legs, would not recommend doing this exercise. Okay, so good posture. I'm going to take a step down into that lunge and then up. So walking lunge is pretty difficult because I'm in transition. So when I'm not keeping either of my legs fixed, okay, so I'm constantly moving. So I'm going to do my reps one way and then turn around and go back.